Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, June 8th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 671 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Very real and very ugly, Charlotte leaders fight over looming 2040 plan vote. After cutting 30% of their support staff, American Airlines is now asking corporate staff to volunteer to help in DFW Airport this summer, amid a surge in travel. Central Unified Superintendent arrested on domestic violence charges. In Kenya, mystery and silence over Gulen abduction. Two-face arraignment in road rage shooting that killed boy, 6. You can see it from miles away. Telegraph, Mescal fires prompt evacuations, road closures in Arizona. Obama says certain right-wing media outlets are stoking the fear and resentment of white Americans. State media, Kim has plans to stabilize the Korean economy. U.S. Navy zeroed in on LCS flawed parts, maintenance slowdowns to improve operational days. Texas mom, son killed on his 17th birthday by husband in murder-suicide. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Biden's Justice Department moves to defend Trump in defamation suit from accuser E. Jean Carroll, NBC News. Bitcoin slides 7% after U.S. seizes most of Colonial Pipeline ransom, CNBC. For years, the underworld thought its phones were safe. They fell for an encrypted app trap, CNN. HIV patient had COVID for over 7 months, infection mutated over 30 times, the Jerusalem Post. COVID vaccines, UNICEF asks G7 countries to donate now or risk wasting jabs, BBC News. A driver slams into a family, killing 4 people, in what Canadian police say was an anti-Islamic hate crime, CNN. Peru elections, Fujimori fraud claims criticized as rivals' narrow lead widens, The Guardian. Fortnite Season 7 Chapter 2 Battle Pass trailer, GameSpot. Phoenix Suns Chris Paul, aided by improving shoulder, takes over in fourth quarter to close out Game 1 win against Nuggets, ESPN. iOS 15 has officially arrived, and the new features unveiled at WWDC are major, CNET. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Still don't know the difference between iced coffee and cold brew? Read this. Kamala Harris tells migrants do not come to U.S. border in Guatemala speech. Obama explains why we have to worry about Trump-beholden GOP. Senate report details major security failures around January 6 U.S. Capitol attack. Spreading vaccine fears and cashing in, influencers make millions by dealing in doubt. 10 emerging GOP lies about the U.S. Capitol riot shredded on MSNBC. Hundreds of criminals tricked into using messaging apps secretly run by FBI. Senate passes legislation to support victims of mysterious Havana syndrome. Mary Trump predicts how Donald Trump will throw his children under the bus. Jimmy Kimmel spots the Trump quote that should be the title of his memoir. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Artist creates instrument from wired guitars. Dozens honor Breonna Taylor on her birthday. Man dies after participating in swim race. Korean War veteran finally returns home. Cops, mom arrested for posing as student. March remembers 2 men who died in jail. 14-year-old, shot in head while walking dog, dies. Woman, mistaken for burglar, shot by son-in-law. Vision-impaired miniature dachshund inspires fun to help others. Man charged after burning down tent for homeless. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Biden Justice Department seeks to defend Trump in suit over rape denial. Vaccines for the youngest in the U.S. may arrive this fall. Negotiations over Biden's infrastructure plan may be nearing the end. Sign up, on politics. London police officer pleads guilty to rape and kidnap of Sarah Everard. From appetizers to tuition, incentive to job seekers grow. Hundreds arrested in global sting using app run by FBI. Cannot see pictures in your mind? You're not alone. Bruce Springsteen will return to Broadway in June. MTA bus crashes into Brooklyn home, injuring 16. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Country music television urges viewers to wear orange for gun control campaign, upsetting core audience. AOC, BLM silent in wake of tragic shooting killed 10-year-old Queens boy. Biden White House powered by family connections. Ex-top cop Bratton, defund the police, we're at the center of the storm, doing the jobs no one else wants. 2022 Ford Maverick compact pickup revealed with hybrid power and $19,995 price. Mixed city of Arabs and Jews remains on edge after violence. Kid Rock spews homophobic slur at people filming him at Tennessee bar. Bipartisan group of senators release report on Capitol attack, make recommendations. Jim Fassel, former New York Giants head coach, dead at 71. Federal prosecutors subpoena materials tied to Cuomo's memoir, report says. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, June 8th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. When will your state's federal unemployment benefits end? Mom arrested after posing as teen daughter, attending her middle school as social experiment. Marcus Ayres, Winley arrested in apparent road rage shooting death of 6-year-old Aiden Leos. Helio Castro and Neves on Superstar Racing Experience, big fan of this format, it's going to be great for everyone. Stimulus check, is a fourth relief payment coming? It gives the victims a little bit of a voice, Monica Denise on VH1's Infamy, When Fame Turns Deadly. Paramount Plus adds The Avengers, Tropic Thunder, The School of Rock and more to movie library starting today. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, The Daily Mail. Amazon, Spotify, Reddit and Twitch are down. PM praises long COVID chef, saying he has a renewed interest in diet and cookery. Builder demolishes 475,000 property while owners are on holiday. The Secret Service storms the beaches of Cornwall for G7, airbase is turned into a huge RV camp. Fake encrypted app cooked up over beers by Aussie cops and the FBI leads to global sting. Butcher of Bosnia Ratko Mladic due in court to hear final verdict as he appeals against genocide. Every woman I know has been harassed in some way, Keira Knightley says. Burger King delights fans by launching halloumi fries. Ministers told financier Lex Greensill was clever guy who is going to help you save a lot of money. New arrival Lilibet could be a Band-Aid baby, Prince Harry's biographer Angela Levin claims. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Netin, Yahoo channels Trump as he makes his last stand. COVID-19 live updates, vaccine makers should give half their doses to Covax, WHO chief says. British police officer admits kidnapping, raping woman. Toddler who washed up on Norwegian island is identified. Music fans flock to Albania's beach festival despite virus. FBI controlled in zero map and snares scores of alleged criminals in global police sting. German police raids tied to money laundering, crime gangs. Activists in Canada topple statue, demand apology from Pope amid reckoning over death of Indigenous children at residential schools. Biden heads to Europe this week. Some Europeans are wary. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is the Guardian's U.S. news feed. German factory output falls. Eurozone recession shallower than feared. Business Live. Hundreds arrested in global crime sting after Underworld app is hacked. American democracy is fighting for its life, and Republicans don't care. Robert Reich. Right-wing protesters at Klamath Falls threaten to open reservoir head gates. Is sleep a magic pill for teen wellness in a mental health crisis? What the overturning of California's assault weapons ban means for America. A Fast and Furious, will it be a triumphant return for Master and Commander? Susie Weldon, Dan would have been over the moon about her son's racing. Birds are here for everyone, how blackbird watchers are finding a community. Agony Review, Asia Argento stars in atmospheric horror where House is the star. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Made in America companies to help keep cool this summer. Former New York Giants coach Jim Fassel dies at 71. Fisher-Price ignored warnings on rock-and-play sleepers, congressional report finds. Department of Justice seizes millions in ransom paid by Colonial Pipeline. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Kate Winslet, huge increase in terrific roles for women in my age group. China elephants, wandering herd take well-deserved rest. Annam, hundreds arrested in massive global crime sting using messaging app. Annam, suspects arrested after unknowingly using FBI app. COVID vaccines, UNICEF asks G7 countries to donate now or risk wasting jabs. iOS 15, China exempt from Apple Private Relay privacy feature. Srebrenica massacre, verdict due in Melodic genocide appeal. 18 dead in India chemical plant fire. Colonial Pipeline, U.S. recovers most of ransom, Justice Department says. Muslim family in Canada killed in premeditated truck attack. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. On this day, June 8, 2007. AP Top Stories June 8a. Coronavirus lab leak theory plausible, report says, new COVID-19 cases in states continue to fall, live COVID-19 updates. When your biological father is your mother's fertility doctor, DNA tests reveal cases of fertility fraud. Girl, 9, crosses U.S. border alone, reunites with mom. Apple shows new software for iPhone, other gadgets. Retailers spotlight black-owned beauty brands. Tennessee woman fired gun at SUV carrying family of 6, authorities say. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Metro investigates assault on train riders who were randomly slapped. Napa County records first death of fully vaccinated person from COVID-19. Earthquake, 4.1 quake reported near Brawley, California. No vaccines for young children, but schools can reopen safely in the fall, a study shows. Gun recovered, new details emerge in apparent road rage killing of 6-year-old Aiden Leos. After 42 years, the original rainbow flag is coming home to San Francisco. Ex-boyfriend kidnaps woman, kills man who tried to intervene, Los Angeles Police Department says. California has one of the lowest coronavirus transmission levels in the U.S. Photos, remembering 6-year-old Aiden Leos, killed in alleged road rage shooting. Is Disney's Avengers Campus worth an hours-long wait? Our expert advice. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 8, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Huge parts of internet currently offline. Major media websites go down worldwide. The secret IRS files, trove of never-before-seen records reveal how the wealthiest avoid income tax, ProPublica. Annam, hundreds arrested in massive global crime sting using FBI-made fake anonymous app. Israel's occupation of Palestine is apartheid, say 2 former Israeli ambassadors to South Africa. 2 Uyghurs are being deported from Muslim countries, raising concerns about China's growing reach. New Zealand reaches 100 days without community transmission. Australian Federal Police and FBI nab criminal underworld figures in worldwide sting using encrypted app. Salvadoran woman freed from jail after 30-year abortion sentence. New species of dinosaur, up to 13 long, confirmed as largest ever found in Australia. New audio of 2019 phone call reveals how Giuliani pressured Ukraine to investigate baseless Biden conspiracies. Police say a driver who hit and killed 4 pedestrians in Ontario targeted them because they were Muslim. Bride kidnapping haunts rural Kyrgyzstan, causing young women to flee to the cities. Toddler's body that washed up in Norway is boy who drowned during Migrant Channel crossing. The next headlines are from Forbes. Meet the aircraft of the future, socially distanced double-decker cabins. UNICEF's celebrity-backed open letter urges G7 nations to donate COVID vaccines to poorer countries before they expire. Biden Department of Justice will continue to defend Trump in private defamation lawsuit. Remote Control Labs, Stratias raises $56 million to build out its vision of scientific automation. A values-based approach to beat the odds in mergers and acquisitions. Several major sites including New York Times, Reddit, Spotify, CNN hit by network outage. The future of real estate, FinTech 50 2021. Ford $20,000 compact Maverick may be just enough pickup for most drivers. G7 reaches deal on global corporate tax, why the middle class should watch out. Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian leads $50 million Series B funding in plant-based meat startup Simulate. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Indigenous lands, make Brazil stop mining to secure U.S. deal. Climate policy models need to get real about people, here's how. The replication crisis won't be solved with broad brushstrokes. Scientists, be political in the good times, not just the bad. Diagnostic genomic laboratories should share their data. Chilean polymath Umberto Maturana remembered. Spread of a SARS-CoV-2 variant through Europe in the summer of 2020. Feedback needed, take our salary and job satisfaction survey. Fly me to the moon. A light touch changes the strength of a single atomic bond. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,710,473,610 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Cannes, new images, Tribeca launch joint exhibition SpaceX R3. Disney Plus Hotstar Thailand launch plans confirmed. Cannes directors Fortnite unveils 2021 lineup, The Souvenir Part 2, Ali and Ava, Neptune Frost, Future among selections. Bollywood plots path to recovery as industry helps India's vaccination efforts. Abu Dhabi ups efforts to become media industry hub with $6 billion investment. New images looks to democratize access at home and abroad. Russia's Central Partnership, Ladeb's BF Films partner on psychological horror schizophrenic exclusive. Myanmar filmmaker Mayint arrested and detained by military regime. SF Studios boards crazy picture sci-fi film UFO Sweden exclusive. Shanghai Film Festival ticket prices exceed $550 as demand soars. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Anti-vaccine film targeted to Black Americans spreads false information. Fake COVID vaccine cards keep getting sold online, using one is a crime. How the Biden White House aims to address risks to U.S. supply chains. Bring your guns, probe uncovers more alarming intelligence before Capitol riot. Biden's likely public lands nominee to be grilled by Senate, unlike Trump's pick. Energy Justice nominee brings activist voice to Biden's climate plans. How a new team of feds hacked the hackers and got Colonial Pipeline's Bitcoin back. Senate okays bill that would provide aid for mysterious Havana syndrome injuries. New Jersey is closing its only women's prison after rampant abuse by guards. States get a blueprint from the Justice Department for red flag gun removal laws. The following headlines are from the week. Democrats are giving up on their greatest achievement since the 1960s. Justice Department directs federal law enforcement to wear body cameras when executing warrants. Late night hosts have some jokes about Jeff Bezos going to space. Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, and Jimmy Kimmel laugh at Trump's apocryphal backward pants wardrobe malfunction. Biden's Justice Department will continue to try to defend Trump in E. Jean Carroll defamation suit. Dozens arrested after protesters move to block Minnesota pipeline. Obama criticizes GOP's embrace of unrecognizable and unacceptable ideas about the democracy. Congressional report finds Fisher-Price ignored warnings about sleeper being dangerous for infants. Harris says U.S. is taking new steps to address root causes of migration from Guatemala. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. An irreversible sentence. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Planets may start forming before the star is even finished. Scientists sees deep meaning in black holes after Event Horizon Telescope's triumph. Researchers simulate the formation of the Oort cloud. Time to update your desktop wallpaper with this perfect spiral galaxy, NGC 691. Clever trick used to clean off inside solar panels and boost its power. Star formation begins when clouds of gas crash into each other. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, June 8th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Scientists release best ever dark matter map. Happy World Oceans Day 2021. Circumpolar stars never rise or set. The next news is from Politico. England's new culture war, soccer. Moderna applies for EU coronavirus vaccine authorization covering teens. Italian neo-Nazis were plotting to bomb NATO base, police say. Big win for Angela Merkel's party confounds pundits and pollsters. George Floyd's murder transformed America. At least 3,900 children separated from families under Trump's zero-tolerance policy, task force finds. Senators reveal further Capitol riot security failures in bipartisan report. Biden to shore up supply chains for 4 sectors after 100-day reviews. Why the GOP just got blown out in a congressional race. Virginia's Democratic primary is historically diverse, its frontrunners aren't. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. International news sites crash. Queen's Wharf Bridge works to close Riverside Expressway for a weekend. Anything to protect his family, Shiley's foster brother on killer dad. Victoria COVID live updates. State records only 2 new local cases at exposure site, list swells to over 300. The only male in my class, Adam, a rare specimen in female-dominated industry. UK variant data promising, widespread vaccination still the key to reopening. Archibald 2021 just like Goldilocks, most works not too bad and not too good. Harris won't receive marketing money from Melbourne. Lack of compassion in our rigid response to COVID threat. Employers argue Victorian lockdown means they cannot afford to raise minimum wage. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The pandemic is over in Norway, claims public health doctor, as hospital admissions drop. Billionaires including Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk avoided paying federal income taxes in some years, report says. Tax guide, should you contribute to a designated Roth account? Here are 2 important factors to weigh. Economic report, labor shortages holding back growth for small businesses across the country, NFIB says. Airlines demand transatlantic travel restarts, as Biden prepares for G7 trip. Europe markets, German stocks fall behind European peers after weak industrial data. Auto Trader, the new VW Tells takes it to the next level for under $25K. NerdWallet, this is what changed in the travel industry while you were staying home. Auto Trader, 14 unexpected things car insurance covers. Capitol report, Biden launches supply chain disruptions task force in response to shortages. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Stellantis takes top spot in French patent filings, automotive world. Access Advance updates HEVC license structure, telecom paper on. 3 common types of intellectual property, how to protect what you own, Denver Business Journal, Denver Business Journal. Scientists have political role outside their labs to safeguard humanity, NewsClick. Medtech innovation is going digital, but is patent protection keeping up? Intellectual property, UK, Mondac News alerts. Patent law, a strategic advantage for telemedicine companies, the National Law Review. What semiconductor shortage means for patent drafting, Law 360. Meet Dr. Marta Karkazowiks, the Qualcomm inventor who helped make it possible to stream, share, and communicate over video, CSRwire.com. Patent applicants may lose rights by causing too much delay, JD Supra. Japanese Patent Office upholds Kishore Pontier Doudna CRISPR patent, technology networks. The next headlines are from Quartz. Global sting, rare earth shortage, permafrost survivors. Daniel Boulou on the essential role of restaurants in recovering from the pandemic. Is the tide turning on reparations to Africa? The prioritization plan that brought balance to my work and home life. The case for a week-long, company-wide vacation. An Indian billionaire who made his money bottling Pepsi is now taking his restaurant business public. In less than 2 months, the Modi government walks back its liberalized vaccine policy. What is Jeff Bezos trying to tell us about Blue Origin? Unlike GameStop, AMC keeps selling into meme stock mania. Apple's FaceTime update is a bet on a hybrid friendship. The following headlines are from TechDirt. European Commission betrays internet users by cravenly introducing huge loophole for copyright companies in upload filter guidance. Alabama deputy sued after cuffing an arrestee so tightly his hand had to be amputated. Does taking down content lead ignorant people to believe it's more likely to be true? Gag order lifted on yet another Trump Department of Justice leak investigation that targeted journalists. Nigeria suspends all of Twitter after it removes president's tweet. Daily deal, Trio 3-in-1 aluminum desktop charging stand. Congressional committee calls on Gao to investigate whether patent office director is putting thumb on the scale of patent reviews. Limited competition means U.S. broadband prices can vary drastically on the same block. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Sons. DMV. Finance. Lord. Ellie Kemper. FedEx. Bachelorette 2021. Social Security. LinkedIn. Biogen stock. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Outage. Users report major sites down, including Amazon, Guardian, NIT and Reddit. Russian economy continues to rebound with huge surge in May. Saudi Arabia and Russia warn of major oil supply crunch without new investments in fossil fuels. Push of COVID-19 lab leak theory no different from Iraq WMD lies, Chinese embassy. Hong Kong will continue to invite foreign judges, says Lam. Judicial system remains hard as a rock despite UK judge resignation. Sting of the century, FBI and Australian police trick criminal gangs into using surveil chat app, make hundreds of arrests. Bitcoin dives almost 10% as China and US tighten news around crypto. Help wanted. Western media is in dire need of more Russia writers, must be willing to lie, distort and engage in lazy speculation. Britain's The Times falsely claims Russian bombers entered neutral Irish airspace as it pushes Dublin to link up with UK and NATO. Pakistani PM Khan condemns Islamophobia in West and terrorism after truck attack in Canada kills 4 members of Muslim family. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Reddit is down, users unable to access website. Yellen is wrong, economist who wrote the book on no flat iron sounds alarm over policymaker complacency. Central Intelligence Agency seeks bases for spying, attacks in Afghanistan despite hyped U.S. exit. Do not come, Kamala goes full Trump, tells Guatemalans to stay away. Israeli defense chief warns Hezbollah, strikes on Gaza were only tip of the iceberg. Could gamma ray bursts give us unlimited energy? COVID outbreaks at Taiwanese chipmakers is latest threat to global supplies. UK border force little more than taxi service for illegal migrants, lawmaker. Response to Fauci's emails proves everything is fake, narrative management trumps reality, and those in power want it that way. China beefs up latest COVID lockdown in Guangzhou as new cases climb. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. It is high time for Europe to change its approach to Palestine. Israel Parliament to vote on new government on Sunday. Black fungus news scare in India as second COVID wave ebbs. Kashmir, surviving COVID-19 under the military boot. UEFA Euro 2020, what you need to know. Apple in talks with Chinese suppliers for EV batteries, report. An Everest season like no other in Nepal amid a deadly pandemic. Syrian refugee swimmer set sights on Tokyo Paralympics. Eritrea blames the U.S. for destabilization in Ethiopia's Tigray. Butcher of Bosnia Mladic to hear final verdict in genocide case. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Obama, certain right-wing media monetizing stoking fears of white Americans. Obama, worrisome Republicans cow to neo-Nazi praising Trump by assaulting voting. Republicans celebrate after winning mayoral race in Hispanic-majority Texas community. U.S. offers 750,000 coronavirus vaccine doses to Taiwan after China blocks access. Michigan GOP files complaint over Gretchen Whitmer Florida private jet expense. Brian Thomas, breaking the news, explains how China underwrites unprofitable media companies. Guatemala to Kamala Harris, give Americans jobs to our migrants. Stormy Daniels, my attorney is in contact with Manhattan. I would love to testify in Trump probe. Dem Rep Bauman, mention upholding a system of white supremacy and beholden to the wealthy elite. Kamala Harris calls visiting border grand gestures after visiting border in 2018. The next headlines are from UPI News. Massachusetts man wins his second $1 million lottery jackpot. Overdue book returned decades late to library in the wrong country. Escaped zoo bobcat on the loose in Ontario. Watch, pizzeria employs robot server to bring food to tables. Watch, man stands on Swiss ball, slices 59 grapes to retake world record. Watch, loose donkey trots down Rhode Island road. Watch, Las Vegas woman crushes 3 watermelons in 7.1/2 seconds for world record. Look, monkey recaptured 3 hours after Czech zoo escape. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. 8 in 10 youth think gardening is cool, and half would rather visit a garden center than a nightclub. Teacher swaps shoes with student to save him from missing his graduation ceremony. Man grows 18 FD tall plant, the biggest in Britain, after saving it from a dumpster. These homegrown mushroom hives could save Ireland's bees. Astounding fossil discovery in California after man looks closely at petrified tree and finds bones of great beasts. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, June 8th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. High caffeine consumption linked to increased risk of blinding eye disease. No shirts, pants or undies needed on bike ride, just a mask. A COVID-19 vaccine could get West Virginians cash, guns or trips. One fish in a million, angler lands ridiculously rare bass. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Basically all news sites are down, so we want to hog their traffic. Apple's Do Not Disturb update solves a dumbass iPhone problem. Apple splitting security updates is more exciting than it sounds. How can we make sure everyone benefits from the next quantum revolution? SHHH, this guide to Apple's WWDC privacy announcements is a secret. Apple's biggest WWDC 2021 announcements, in one handy list. Why the dream of truly driverless cars is slowly dying. AI picks the most valuable footballers in Europe's top 5 leagues. All the new iOS 15 features coming to your iPhone. Apple's new FaceTime links finally let you video call your Android friends. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Clever biomolecular labeling enables identification of immune cells. Defying body clock linked to depression and lower well-being. Massive plankton blooms with very different ecosystem impacts. New drug formulation method may lead to smaller pills. Climate change a bigger threat to landscape biodiversity than emerald ash borer. Monoclonal antibody prevents HIV infection in monkeys, study finds. A breakthrough in the physics of blood clotting. Stabilizing gassy electrolytes could make ultra-low temperature batteries safer. Plants get a faster start to their day than we think. Drop in convalescent plasma use at U.S. hospitals linked to higher COVID-19 mortality rate, study suggests. The next headlines are from Information Week. Ways to put a lid on cloud waste. Making the move to a SaaS usage-based model. Moving to the cloud, not without your network team. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, June 8th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA highlights winners of challenge to engineer human tissue. NASA to air briefing, spacewalk to install new station solar arrays. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. New Taylorsville liquor store will sell cold beer, a first for Utah. Wyoming to build nuclear reactor in partnership with Rocky Mountain Power. Salt Lake City school board member resigns after he's charged with sexual assault of a child, multiple porn counts. Dixie State University should ditch Dixie in name, committee says. Here's where you can fish for free in Utah this weekend. New York Knicks Tom Thibodeau picked as NBA's Coach of the Year. Utah Jazz's Quinn Snyder finishes third. 19-year-old man killed in shooting at South Jordan graduation party. There will be fewer LDS General Conference sessions, so will there be even fewer female speakers? Police chief at University of Utah cleared in investigation, not yet reinstated. He wants the U to make it right. LGBTQ birding group helps queer Utahns find community in the outdoors. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Engineers at MIT have created actual programmable fibers. Drone refuels U.S. Navy fighter jet in midair for the first time. Reducing poverty can actually lower energy demand, finds research. MoviePass settles with FTC over fraud and data security failures. Swift Playgrounds for iPad OS 15 lets you build apps on the iPad, submit them to the App Store. PGP turns 30. Microsoft's Kay Crawford, AI is neither artificial nor intelligent. Facebook won't take a cut from creators until 2023, Zuckerberg says in shot at Apple. Apple announces macOS Monterey, the next Mac desktop operating system. Notepad++ drops Bing after Tankman censorship fiasco. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. They're not getting the chimps, caregiver defies PETA and federal judge. We won, they won, families of Kara Kopetsky and Jessica Runions react to killer's sentence. Man shot in Greaterville neighborhood in North St. Louis. Progress visible at next NGA West site in North St. Louis. Pentagon's report on UFO spurs interest from Missouri-based group. Collinsville football player drowns in Merrimack River, candlelight celebration planned. Frightening incident on interstate median serves as a reminder to drive sober. Family living near the Jennings-St. Louis city border contends with obtrusive concrete barriers. 12-year-old cousins brutally attacked at Worlds of Fun, leaving Kansas City moms livid. Disgraced former St. Louis County Executive Steve Stenger out of federal prison. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Sweetwater District reverses decision to cut nationally renowned music program. San Diego County could move to yellow tier this week. National Fallen Officer Foundation gives support for San Diego detectives killed in wrong-way crash. Man charged with murder in Emerald Hills killings in custody. Caltrans expands program aimed at preventing wrong-way crashes. Volunteers collect CPAP machines to be repurposed into ventilators for COVID patients. County reports 65 new COVID-19 cases as move to yellow tier possible this week. Motorcyclist in I Don't Stop for Cop sweatshirt does stop for gas during wild chase. Charges expected Tuesday against suspects arrested in 55 freeway shooting death of 8 in Leos. La Jolla man sentenced 15 months for charity fraud involving former rabbi. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Apple unveils impressive iOS 15 at WWDC 2021. Ban facial recognition software in Baltimore and beyond. Reader commentary. WWDC 2021, Apple just took its focus on privacy to a whole new level. Apple brings new update to AirTags after stalking fears. China's ties with Israel are tested by Gaza, but not sorely. Nymphomaniac spy accused of Nazi loyalties has her name cleared in new study. Mercedes GLC spy video shows crossover looking large in traffic. New spy, the next age trading software for crypto profit mining, ABC Money. Defending against software supply chain attacks, recommendations from NIST, Security Boulevard. Novel approach, Russian spies and shadowy tech shine in imposter syndrome. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. IAI, Tomar partner to develop innovative missiles rocket engines. U.S. Army researchers help to end reliance on a single source for military-grade carbon. U.S. Army awards hybrid contract to Maven to support special forces. Airbus wins $119 deal to support U.S. Army A-72 helicopter. U.S. Navy hits major milestone with its MQ-25 unmanned tanker. Protolab introduces 2 new 66 armored vehicles. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China fights Delta COVID-19 outbreak in Guangzhou with lockdowns and mass testing. Needle found in sanitary pad allegedly produced by well-known Chinese feminine hygiene brand. China bans extreme sports following Gansu ultra-marathon tragedy. The anti-intellectual who tested into college as a blank exam hero. No, China will not invade Taiwan. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, June 8, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. California school districts set for summer education support, full fall reopening. Crews respond to brush fire near Highway 12 in Fairfield. Is there a chance we'll go into lockdown again? Santa Clara County Water District considers declaring water shortage emergency. City Hall reopens for wedding ceremonies, celebrates Pride. California lawmakers want explanation from Newsom on state of emergency. Crews work to contain fire burning in Big Basin. FBI identifies passenger who tried to breach cockpit on Delta flight. Video exposes alleged racial profiling against deliverymen in San Francisco. Motorcyclist denied don't stop for cop sweatshirt does stop for gas during wild California chase. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Canadian police say Muslim family targeted by deadly attack. Apple previews new software for iPhone, other gadgets. Arroyo helps Red Sox beat Marlins 5-3 for 5th straight win. Cubs slugger Wisdom is NL Player of Week, Cubs fall 9-4 to Padres. Renovated Des Plaines Theater expected to reopen this summer. As COVID-19 cases hit new low, Illinois tops Midwestern states for 1 or more shots. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle City Council to vote on tenant protection bills as eviction moratorium set to expire. Sound Transit to increase frequency of Link Light Rail trains in Seattle in June. Report, these cars had the highest price increases in Seattle in April. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Kenya. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Azerbaijan, Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, June 8th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. Why the China-Russia relationship should worry you, Part 1. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Houston police seek persons of interest after man was fatally shot at underpass. Off-duty Fort Bend County Sheriff's deputy kills man armed with knife at Quinceañera. Houston Spaceport groundbreaking launches 120,000 square foot Collins Aerospace Campus. Uber driver wanted for allegedly assaulting 15-year-old during ride. Greg Abbott plans to ban businesses from requiring vaccine information. Texas is open 100%. Teen girl tried to save boy at beach before he went missing, witness says. Group of Houston Methodist nurses host walkout today over COVID-19 vaccine job requirement. Bond raised to $600K for woman charged in 5-year-old death. Get ready for a hotter, drier week. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. The latest, former junior champ Badosa chases spot in last four. Senate report details sweeping failures around January 6 attack. Global sting, FBI encrypted app tricks organized crime. Biden to launch task force on bottlenecks in supply chains. Nepal resumes vaccination campaign with doses given by China. The latest, Nepal resumes vaccinations with doses from China. NRA's gun rights message lingers despite legal money rose. CDC line account surprises users with singing and cheeky responses. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Injecting the science of COVID vaccines into school lessons. Extra, LA Kemper apologizes for participating in veiled profit ball. Revel claims NYC is blocking its push to put Tesla taxis on streets. As NYPD sets new park curfews, a battle for public space is brewing in Manhattan. NYC enlists Clive Davis for mega concert in Central Park as part of homecoming week. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. NY state to lift most COVID restrictions once 70% of adults partially vaccinated. The Boss is back, Bruce Springsteen on Broadway returning for shows this summer. We will find this killer of 10-year-old boy, mayor says. Early edition, Anthony Weiner thinking about getting in on the NFT game. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Time to end generational injustice with a global Blue New Deal to protect oceans. G7 Summit, time to put women front and center of the global economic recovery. Paltry international support for spending needs set South further back. Volcanic eruption in Dr. Congo, UNICEF working to restore water supply amid cholera threat. Death toll of Burkina Faso attack reaches 160. Foreign Minister of Maldives elected next General Assembly President. Is the UN fighting a losing battle against world's corrupt leaders? WHO warns of two-track pandemic as cases decline but vaccine inequity persists. Fragile democratic gains at risk in Central Africa as violence by armed groups escalates. Why we need more women in power. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Cyberpolygon, will the next globalist war game lead to another convenient catastrophe? Twitter's purge of Dr. Naomi Wolf proves bans are over issues, not political philosophy. Gun stocks get bump after CA judge overturns assault weapons ban, background checks break new record. Scientist who told Fauci COVID potentially engineered deletes Twitter account. Feds spend $3 billion more on vaccine hesitancy ads as virus death reports surpass 5,000. Tiny trackers give rise to the age of stalking. Is a new superfuel about to take over energy markets? Shot heard around the world, El Salvador President pushes bill to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. American Legion official resigns over censored Memorial Day speech. Study shows AI-generated fake reports fool experts. How virus detective trace the origins of an outbreak. Did USA Today run the front page ad with fake stories about hybrid babies? Do all residents of Whittier, Alaska, live in this one building? Look at this McDonald's menu from 1973. Does Golden Retriever help owner back into parking space? U.S. has recovered ransom payment made after pipeline hack. Nevada bans racially offensive mascots and sundown sirens. Canadian police say family run down by truck were targeted as Muslims. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Joan Allen on weathering the pandemic with her little chipmunk. Creating campfire cuisine in the middle of a NYC restaurant. Complacency in the desert can kill, I would know. It's iced coffee season, and I'm only making mine in this. Why Gina Yashir fled Britain. Subtle racism for in-your-face America. What if this is just the tip of Trump world's iceberg of crazy? Jail dissident died of COVID in India, then cops came for his sons. No, you gullible fools, the UFOs aren't aliens. The super rich bought up this Idaho town and regular folks now may have to live in tents. Top anti-vaxxer's unhinged quest for unvaccinated blood leads him to Mexico. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Driver that plowed into Muslim family targeted them over faith, cops. Jim Fassel, former Giants coach, dies at 71. Texas woman accused of shooting nail salon owner during pricing feud. Blake Griffin becoming tone setter in new Nets role. Bucks playing right into Nets hands in second poor shooting night. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Jeff Bezos and brother will fly to space during Blue Origin's first crew trip. Medical emergencies in space. Is private space tourism ready for a worst-case scenario? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Western drought the worst we have ever seen, says CBS News' Jeff Berardelli. COVID vaccines lag in southern states as Biden's July 4th deadline looms. Analyzing the slowdown of U.S. COVID vaccinations. Carbon dioxide levels hit another dangerous milestone. Record-breaking heat wave threatens millions. Tracking the latest heat wave. FDA approves first new Alzheimer's drug in 20 years, despite questions. Record-breaking heat wave threatens millions across U.S. Mega drought depletes system that provides water to 40 million. Lake meets low water level prompts Feds to consider declaration of Colorado River water shortage. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Sir David Attenborough says a crime has been committed with climate change. Ohio American Legion officials who cut Memorial Day speaker's mic during speech about Black origins of holiday step down. GoFundMe donations pour in after a Virginia boy sells his Pokémon card collection to help pay for his dog's vet bills. Biden Justice Department takes up Trump defense in suit by woman who accused him of rape in the 90s. Is there anybody out there? Experts weigh in on UFO debate ahead of Pentagon report. Global carbon dioxide levels rise to highest levels in more than 4 million years. Half-naked woman smashes up 2 Florida restaurants, battles cops. Pictured, the 2 suspects who fatally shot 6-year-old Aiden Leos in a highway lane change dispute. Northern Ireland man who won the lottery at 16 dies suddenly. Texas mom arrested for pretending to be 13-year-old daughter at school. The following headlines are from military.com. Marine recruit dies during Crucible event at boot camp. The U.S. is now halfway out of Afghanistan, CENTCOM commander says. The Navy's new tanker drone just refueled a Super Hornet fighter jet for the first time. U.S. Air Force veteran among militia members who plotted war against police. Court-martial begins for Marine raider accused of helping murder Green Beret in Mali. Supreme Court rejects case challenging mail-only draft registration. Department of Defense delays final protections for military families in housing tenant Bill of Rights, again. In major promotion shift, all soldiers will serve as a corporal before moving to sergeant. General Charles Flynn, brother of former National Security Advisor, takes reins of U.S. Army Pacific. The Marine Corps has pinned wings on one of its last Hornet fighter jet backseaters. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, I turned 50 and AARP started sending me mail. I had to find out why. Turning off just half the lights at McCormick Place could reduce the mortality rate of migratory birds by 60%, study shows. R. Kelly's Chicago attorneys moved her withdrawal from case 2 months before trial in New York. Train derailed at Bryn Mawr, Red Line service suspended between Howard and Belmont stops. CTA train derails at Bryn Mawr. Lincoln Presidential Library to display Emancipation Proclamation as part of Juneteenth celebration. Corrections and clarifications. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, as state moves closer to full reopening, officials report 244 new COVID-19 cases and 14 additional deaths Monday. New royal baby Lilibet born on 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's visit to Northwestern University, Meghan Markle's alma mater. Arrest made in Orland Park shooting outside apartment building. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Heavy sleepers, elephants on epic trek take nap. Experiments show natural selection opposes sexual selection. How COVID-19 wreaks havoc on human lungs. Projected acidification of the Great Barrier Reef could be offset by 10 years. Consumers spend less on candy and desserts when shopping online. Orphans and exiles, research shows the impact of family separation. A new disease called halo blight threatens Michigan hop production. Plants get a faster start to their day than we think. Correcting misperceptions about, and increasing empathy for, migrants. Visualizing cement hydration on a molecular level. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, June 8th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. English thought chooses first female leader in 158-year history. Matt Biondi picks up where he left off nearly 3 decades ago. All roads, blocked off roads, lead to Tokyo Olympics. Greenpeace wins Australian court case against power company. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Horoscopes June 8, 2021, Kanye West, concentrate on what's important to you. Bridge, June 8, 2021. Word Game, June 8, 2021. Ask Amy, my child's teacher came up with this unkind popularity contest. Harriet Cole, she shouldn't have talked about her teenage exploits in front of my teen. Miss Manners, I was shocked by her cruel advice to a grieving widow. Dear Abby, the soap opera of my ex's life is spilling over into mine. COVID, CDPH warns of potential vax for the wind scams. Barry eludes authorities but is captured on cameras in Discovery Bay, Knightson. Las Vegas man dies in recent North Richmond shooting. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Senate report details sweeping failures around January 6 attack at the U.S. Capitol. Biden task force to tackle transitory price increases, supply chain shortages. Burger King targets Chick-fil-A's menu, politics, your chicken sandwich craving can do good. Biden Department of Justice agrees, U.S. should defend Trump in rape lawsuit. Biden uses birthing people in budget, accused of wanting to cancel mothers. Obama on Trump-inspired GOP, we have got a problem. Sequoia Turner parents sue Keisha Lance Bottoms, Atlanta police. Rick Warren, purpose-driven life author, announces search for Saddleback Church successor. Antony Blinken pressed on alleged George Soros link to U.S. moves in Balkans. Kamala Harris didn't bake the cookies bearing her likeness, White House says. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Biden's border agenda collides with the realities of Mexico's violence. New York City unions prepare to shift retirees off Medicare. Not even COVID-19 could slow down nuclear spending. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, June 8, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. HKUST Beijing Shandong Hospital researchers discover a new cause for the cerebral cavernous malformation. Scientists can predict which women will have serious pregnancy complications. Early endeavors on the path to reliable quantum machine learning. Superproductive 3D bioprinter could help speed up drug development. International travel may spread destination-specific antimicrobial resistance genes. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Dear Abby, evangelicals in my wife's family don't respect my beliefs. Boy missing from Lawndale. In the Heights, entertaining and eye-popping, the Broadway hit lands with a splash on the big screen. Our kids are becoming extinct, Chicago children are being killed by guns at far faster rate than years past. 8 shot Monday in Chicago. Man charged with fatal shooting in Austin. Adbert Alzolay fights command, exits with blister in Cubs 9-4 loss to Padres. Horoscope for Tuesday, June 8, 2021. Chris Bryant has been so good it's terrible. Man shot during carjacking in East Garfield Park. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, June 8, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. A trio of Texas authors take on the many myths of the Alamo. The 2021 Houston Texans, the NFL's most precipitous fall since the 2013 Houston Texans. Fourth Wall Theater Company announces a 2021 to 2022 season filled with premieres. Brunch, beef and bourbon, where to dine out in Houston this Father's Day. The Real Deal, Charlie Crockett returns to Houston. Anti-vax Houston Methodist employees walk out over hospital's COVID vaccine mandate. Abbott to sign law banning vaccine passports after Carnival says it'll ask for COVID vaccine proof. Alligator Records celebrates a half-century of house wreckin' music. No longer alone together, Hayes Carll returns to Houston's Heights Theater. This week in Houston food events, eat scallops and support the Asian community. The next headlines are about world records making news. Can you guess how many M&Ms it takes to beat the world record for tallest stack? Hindustan Times. Say man takes on Guinness World Record to shatter mental health stigma. News 24. China's artificial sun tokamak reactor sets new world record for sustained nuclear plasma reaction. Science Times. Watch, man breaks Guinness World Record of slicing grapes in air with sword. ARA News. Exclusive, Gaodang woman gives birth to 10 children, breaks Guinness World Record. Isle. Join the Timaru District Libraries in their Guinness World Record attempt. Scoop News, Scoop Co. NZ. Wisconsin man surpasses world push-up record but is adding to the total. Madison.com. German military solves alcohol problem in Afghanistan. Voice of America. World record $3.1 million for 2000 contenders Tom Brady autograph. Beckett Media, LLC. Sifan Hassan's 10K world record proves she has incredible range. Flow Track Podcast. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Huge chunk of the internet goes offline thanks to one company. Elon Musk paid $0 in federal income tax in 2018, report. Weed shops offer free joint to anyone who gets vaccinated in Washington state. Jaybird's new fitness-focused earbuds would survive the apocalypse. Here's everything Apple announced at WWDC 2021. Netflix's Blood Red Sky is basically vampires on a plane. Apple and Google go all in on digital car keys. Rob Zombie says he's making a Munsters movie. Desiccated corpse of MoviePass reaches settlement with FTC over fraud allegations. The 1966 Batman TV series finally has a perfect Batcave playset. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Tindouf in Algeria at 122.18 degrees Fahrenheit or 50.1 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nico in Antarctica at minus 101.56 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 74.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. U.S. may miss July 4th vaccination target as number of daily doses plummets. U.S. seizes $2.3 million Colonial Pipeline paid to ransomware attackers. 18 months after launch, Google Stadia now supports Android TV. $1 billion piracy ruling could force internet service providers to disconnect more internet users. watchOS 8 brings new health and messaging features to the Apple Watch this year. Apple announces iOS 15 and iPadOS 15. Schumacher, Senna, and co-op multiplayer are new additions for F1 2021. Lit blog, all the news from Apple's WWDC 2021 keynote today at 1 p.m. ET. Antitrust settlement forces Google to revamp ad platform. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Mary Trump explains how former president will throw his kids under the bus. A 2020 scientific report from U.S. National Laboratory found it plausible COVID-19 leaked from Wuhan lab. Texas governor slammed for grotesque hypocrisy after banning businesses from asking for vaccine info. Dan Bongino's new Fox News show is short on firepower. The biggest polluters you've never heard of. Watch, Asian senior citizen knocks white man to the ground with a single punch. Kayleigh McEnany hit with brutal montage after whining about Jen Psaki. Not a snowball's chance in hell, MSNBC analyst delivers devastating news on the filibuster. Matt Gaetz told Newsmax he might leave Congress early, but they wouldn't hire him, report. Department of Justice is trying to take over defense of Trump rape allegation, even after Biden criticized it, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. New York's immigrant bicycle couriers are banding together to demand change. How the hangover from Trump's presidency is shaping Democratic primaries. As the world seeks climate solutions, GOP doubles down on fossil fuels. The Supreme Court just made it much harder for certain immigrants to get green cards. The climate bill even Big Ag loves. Meet the reluctant green hero behind ExxonMobil's shareholder coup. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Editorial: as we await the U.S. government's UFO report, a reminder to keep reaching. Houston Chronicle. SETI at Berkeley has their ears tuned to the stars, California. UFOs: how to calculate the odds that an alien spaceship has been spotted, The Conversation UK. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Transformation might be hard, but it doesn't need to be complicated. News Chant USA. Mind Medicine, incomplete NASDAQ uplisting application fueled a 1,400% rally at which insiders began selling, seeking alpha. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, June 8, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO activity over Oak Ridge Atomic Energy Installation, fighter jet scrambled, UFO Chronicle 1950. UFO over Hanford Atomic Plant, fighter jet scrambled, UFO Chronicle 1949. UFO sighted over Long Beach, F-86 fighter jet scrambled, UFO Chronicle 1951, Redux. Pennsylvania UFOs witnessed by military pilots unsolved despite government investigations. UFOs, it's complicated. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, June 8, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.